Carthago Nova. Please help me welcome Carthago Nova.
Built their new city in northern Africa. They called their city Carthage, or New Town. When the Carthaginians in turn colonized Spain, they called their new city Carthago Nova, or New Town. We call our city Carthago Nova because that's exactly what it is, a new kind of city. Carthago Nova is located in the Atacama Desert in Chile, west of the Andes Mountains. In Carthago Nova, water is provided from the mountains, carried into the city in huge aqueducts. Power is also essential for any city, so power is provided in Carthago Nova through a variety of emissions-free methods, including fusion power and solar panels and our unique electrical exercise center.
Most of our infrastructure is designed around our brand new innovative school system. After elementary school, students are free to differentiate into 3 different types of schools: math and science, humanities, or arts. After middle school, students may apply for an apprenticeship in any industry in which they choose to learn the trade. This ensures a specialized and individualized education, while also ensuring that they learn from the mistakes of their elders and saving on teacher costs.
While surface buses powered by a unique protein reaction engine are available, the primary form of public transportation in Carthago Nova is our unique maglev subway system. This differs from a conventional subway system in many ways. First of all, the vehicles are much smaller in order to accommodate a more flexible schedule and ensure more efficient travel for our citizens. The system is run by a powerful computer, which regulates the routes of all vehicles, ensuring the most efficient travel time for our citizens, and also makes sure only the magnets that directly affect the vehicles are used at any one time. Maglev stands for magnetic levitation, and that is exactly what it does. The system is powered by electromagnets under the track, changing polarity hundreds of times a second. This causes the train to lift up when the magnets in it are repelled, and forward when they are attracted. Here this is represented by turning the magnets in the track over. Passengers enter their destination at the station, so the computer can group them by similar destinations and avoid unnecessary stops along their routes.
Another innovative feature of our city is what's known as an integrated health system. This means that one can apply to have a terminal installed into their household, either discreetly or as part of an appliance, such as a computer. This system provides relevant health information, either pertaining to immediate care or long-term care. For example, if there's an epidemic going around or a new disease has been discovered, then it will notify you and also tell you about symptoms and treatment. In the case of an immediate issue, it can put you in contact with a doctor as quickly as possible, or in a less serious situation, it can dispense first aid. It is also integrated with our innovative drone system, which David will tell you about.
So, in Carthago Nova, public safety and security are a big priority, and our most innovative feature in this field is our drone system. These drone systems are CSUAVs, Civil Service Unmanned Aerial Vehicles. They're small single-rotor drones that can fly around the city combating emergencies. They're controlled directly from an underground drone center and have trained operators, controlling them to assist in emergencies. They can be outfitted with a wide array of different tools for different emergencies. devices and can give direct instructions to any patients using a microphone. Now, one of these wonderful features of Carthago Nova, it must require a lot of power, and this is provided through our bubble fusion. Bubble fusion is when hydrogen bubbles in a tank full of water are compressed by sound. This produces heat and light, which heats the water in the tank, turns it into steam, drives turbines, and voila, you have power. However, this is not the only way that the people of Carthago get power. Many buildings have solar panels on them, such as ours who subsidize apartments, and even the bottoms of our roads. There's an emergency generator connected to the exercise center. Not only is the exercise center giving people a chance to stay healthy, but the energy used in the exercise machines is, of course, transferred to a generator and is used in case of an emergency power outage. We also save costs on energy by making many things self-sufficient. For instance, our lampposts. See, our lampposts do not use electrical light. They're actually ecosystems of anaerobic algae that produces oxygen and provides food for genetically engineered shrimp to be highly bioluminescent. This keeps our city looking nice and bright.
Carthago Nova is set in a desert, so of course finding arable land is a problem. Therefore, most of our farming takes place in urban rooftop gardens that are found on many public buildings. Not only do these provide produce for the city, but they can also serve as a therapeutic gardening opportunity for, say, students at the school or patients at the hospital. In all of these ways, Carthago Nova has evolved to become an energy-efficient, clean, and healthy city. Thank you for visiting.
I'd say that the first and foremost thing is to try to not have a leader, but to at the same time lead. And what this means is that you always make sure you stay in communication with your team members, but don't control them. Like if they don't want to do something, don't force them to do it. And if they really want to do something, you should consider letting them do it.
I think that a very important thing is being able to sort of debate about things you disagree on and try and convince the other person logically to come to the same conclusion as you, and vice versa. This helps us, settle, not only settle disputes, but it also helps us think about what might be the best solution and really explore the progress of our city.
I think that something that's critical to a city, or a city's success in a future cities competition is being open to new ideas that might not even seem plausible at first, but could turn into something fantastic or very useful for the city. For example, I was very hesitant to include the drone system at first, but when David convinced me that it was a useful, innovative idea, I came to see the great possibility and potential in it, and we did implement it in the city.
Thank you very much.
Can you explain again which is your main power or energy source, and how is it renewable, pollution-free, recyclable, or safe?
Could you repeat that last part?
Yeah, which is your main power source, your main energy source, and how is it renewable, pollution-free, safe, recyclable?
Well, that would be the fusion plant, logically, because it produces the most power. And the reason this is renewable is because it runs on hydrogen. And hydrogen can be found in water. So, theoretically, actually, a bucket of water could contain the same amount of energy as 10 barrels of oil. because there's so many hydrogen atoms in there. Also, when you need deuterium, there are about 1 in a million of all hydrogen atoms are deuterium, which may sound small, but because there's so many atoms, that amounts to about 10 million per bucket of water. So it's rather plentiful.
Thank you. I had another question, being an educator. How in your educational system do you incorporate change? Like my sister that went from music to computer science.
Well, apprenticeships, you're allowed to switch your apprenticeship every year. In that case, it's similar like an internship, as in it's purely optional, and it's not a set for like thing. It's not decided by anyone else. So 1 year you think you're really interested in engineering, you could go to the math and science school, and you could get an apprenticeship at memristor labs. But if another year you're interested in drama, you could go to the arts school and so get an apprenticeship in theater. So it allows for change in subject.
Schools are also highly integrated with each other, being all part of the same city. So we wouldn't be missing out on one experience if you're in one school that wouldn't be there in another. Like, for example, at our math and science school, we still teach humanities because that's a necessary part of education, and also occasionally the schools will do seminars at the other schools. And we also encourage private schools to set up shop in our city.
Thank you very much.
Great presentation, gentlemen. Two-part question. First, on your drone system. Excuse me. When you have a medical emergency, how is the drone system dispatched? And for example, if you had an elderly person living alone, how would the drone know that they were having a problem?
Well, first of all, our integrated medical system, as mentioned before, is integrated with our drone system as well, which means that, for example, if somebody living alone had a medical emergency, they could activate their medical system by voice and state their emergency, and the drone could respond, or some other form of medical attention.
Also, as we said before, the integrated medical system can be installed in an appliance. So if the elderly person has a cell phone, and if you attached a special device to the cell phone, then it would be detecting the heart rate. The integrated medical system would detect that something's wrong with the heart rate and immediately call the drone system.
Excellent. That's what I was looking for. Thank you. The second part of that is we seem to be living in a desert, if I'm correct. And deserts are not conducive to people wanting to get outside and exercise. And I understand we have exercise machines that are also powering the city, which is wonderful. How do we encourage people to get on their exercise machine?
Well, we talked about this, and special, say, benefits would be introduced the more time you spend on the gyms. I mean, for instance, perhaps you could get a tax deduction, perhaps you would get free membership to some government thing. Perhaps if you go there a lot, you can perhaps get it free.
Fabulous. Thank you.
What current technological trends and ideas do you incorporate in this design for your city and why?
I'm sorry, can you repeat?
What current technology is incorporated in your future city design?
Well, maglev trains already exist. Our design is basically an improvement on maglev technology because maglev systems are currently possible but not necessarily practical. The modern version of maglev takes massive amounts of power to run the electromagnets. It is not particularly efficient at making stops and then accelerating again, and has various other drawbacks. And we, in our maglev system, have eliminated those. Other things like the fusion power plant, bubble fusion is already possible, but again is improved upon in our design in order to generate more power and the hydrogen can be taken directly from water, etc.
call the patriots again.